Dust off your flower crowns and re-access your Tumblr accounts because the Tumblr era is back. Hi, my name is Hell and welcome back to my channel. We are now being swept by a fashion trend called Tumblrcore. I feel like I saw this unfold right in front of my eyes, specifically on TikTok. We went from the flood of the early 2000s fashion to early 2010s in a blink of an eye.
You cannot be for real. Oh my God, you for real. No, you for fake. No, you for real. You lying.
Which in my opinion has never happened this quickly ever, being that we are used to 20-year trend cycles, which is mind-boggling to even think about.
I have to laugh.
Now, what is Tumblrcore? If you're around my age, then you know that Tumblr's peak era was around 2010 to 2012, where artists like Lana Del Rey and Marina the Diamonds were idolized.
Kiss me hard before you go.
We're shopping a prom queen, fighting for the title.
Death was glamorized and openly talked about, and we would reblog black and white photos of Skins UK screen caps and depressing poetry quotes.
I hate it here. I'm gonna murder myself.
The Tumblr girl aesthetic, which used to be the soft grunge aesthetic at the time, consisted of Doc Martens, fishnets, chokers, distressed jeans, band t-shirts, and colors are always dark and neutral if not black. And we cannot forget about the denim and leather jackets and the infamous American Apparel tote bag. And these indie albums were definitely on repeat. And while this era I experienced and personally enjoyed at the time, I can definitely acknowledge that this era was also very triggering.
We all make choices, but that was a choice.
In a sense that a lot of dark and triggering topics were centered around this Tumblr era and aesthetic, where eating disorders, depression, and death were romanticized. Being the sad heroine chic girl was the goal.
Sometimes I think I was born backwards, you know, come out my mum the wrong way. I hear words go past me backwards. The people I should love, I hate. And the people I hate,
Being that I experienced this era firsthand. Sorry, I was just having war flashbacks.
Is harmful, dangerous, gross, disgusting, and should never be promoted. And that's it.
To begin with, it does make me feel very old, but I did see this coming. The signs for this started for me when I noticed that everyone on social media was going crazy over Bella Hadid wearing wired Apple headphones. And people were no longer raving about AirPods anymore. As time went by, people began opting for the more retro items. Even Apple came out with over-the-ear headphones, a style that is very retro, for a whopping $500. Why? Because they also caught on to this trend. Then I began to notice an array of fashion videos on TikTok speaking about Twilightcore.
Bella! Where the hell have you been, Loca?
Which entirely consists of early 2000s fashion. And here we are in the Tumblrcore era. Over a decade has gone by and we are back full circle.
You can't do it! I can't. You are stressing me the hell out. I can't.
Ironically now, suddenly people are over the BBL body, which, may I just add as a side note, are just after natural bodies, but whatever. And now people are head over heels for the skinny look once again, which is no coincidence because this, is very on theme for the early 2000s fashion and trends, which glamorized things like having a thigh gap. Now, what does this mean for trend cycles? In the age where we have heard endless conversations and information given to us about overconsumption, minimalism, and ethical brands, we are witnessing firsthand trend cycles becoming shorter and shorter to the point where 20-year trend cycles are no longer a thing anymore. We literally hopped 10 years. And we were just on early 2000s fashion just 2 years ago. So I predict that these trend cycles are only going to get shorter and shorter and shorter. And who knows, in 5 years' time, by the rate that this is going, I feel like we're going to be seeing 2016 fashion trends make a comeback.
I can't believe that there are people that would do something like this. It's so sick and twisted.
I think anything is possible at this point with how quickly these trends are moving. As someone who loves experimenting with fashion and has partaken in fashion trends, it makes me very curious to find out how this is going to affect us not only just as people, but how it's going to affect the earth long term as well. In regards to how I feel about the Tumblr core trend in itself, I don't think I will be participating. Maybe in the future I'll be eating my own words.
Then yes, there will be some casualties. Yes, there will. Okay.
I just do not see myself in those cringe-worthy outfits that I used to wear. I just think I'm past that point in my life. Now, as someone who's always had a love for retro knickknacks, I love that part of it. But aside from that, I'm good. It's just not my cup of tea, and that's completely okay. I wonder what will be next in store for us. Let's start a discussion down in the comments. How do you all feel about this? I would love to hear your opinions. And that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.